I'm Jackie, I'm an LPN, I've been with Covenant, about 5.5 years.
Nice to meet you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Alicia, just a month, and and I'm so glad to be here.
Good.
My name's Lauren, I'm a social worker.
Hi, Laura, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Miss Deidre.
Clinical manager.
I'm just a cameraman.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, so my name is Patty Denny, and I'm a Bachelor of Nursing student at Northwest Florida State College, and I'm doing a presentation today on complementary and alternative therapies in hospice nursing.
Oh, wow.
And I've got a little pre-test for you. It's just 6 questions. If you could just answer it real quick, and I'm just gonna have you answer these, and I'm gonna give a little game at the end, and then see if you got the answer. Like after I give the presentation, if your answers changed, if you got a little more knowledge.
Okay. Can it have more than one answer?
You can. Thank you.
Some of them I have no idea.
I know, that's why I did. And I'm gonna go over it, and so then you're like, oh, okay.
I'll know
that's
the
what
right
I
answer
know.
at that
Some
point.
of them I didn't know either. All right. All right, so my PICO question is, does the nursing staff who cares for patients and families of hospice that are provided with education on these therapies that I'm presenting to you, as compared to not being provided with education, improve their knowledge level in their employing of these techniques to better advance patient care after the delivery of this educational PowerPoint presentation? Okay. All right. My objectives for this presentation is to hopefully provide to you as the nursing staff on the use and effectiveness of complementary and alternative therapies and the benefits that it provides to the patients and their families. The goal of the complementary and alternative medicine in hospice and palliative care nursing is to reduce suffering and enhance patient comfort and promote dimensions of healing in the face of a limiting illness. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of background. Complementary and alternative medicine has been around for centuries. Ancient philosophers such as Hippocrates, Plato, and Aristotle refer to the use and efficacy of what is now called complementary therapy. The use of complementary therapies in nursing practice date back to Florence Nightingale. She describes the use of therapies such as music, heat and cold, back rubs, nutrition, and the holistic care of patients. And because this field is broad and constantly changing, there are many definitions associated with complementary therapy. The National Center for Complementary and Alternative Medicine defines it as a group of diverse medical and healthcare practices and products that are not presently considered to be part of a conventional medicine. Complementary and alternative medicine is recognized as an aspect of the integrative nature of professional nursing practice, and for this reason, it is important that nurses have education surrounding the safe use and efficacy of complementary and alternative medicine. And as you can see, there are different categories of complementary and alternative therapies. There's body-based therapies, which uses human touch to move or manipulate a specific part of your body. They include chiropractic and osteopathic manipulation, which is hands-on care where there's osteopathic physician will move your muscles and joints using techniques including stretching, gentle pressure, and resistance. And then we have reflexology, which is a manual pressure applied to specific areas of the foot that are believed to correspond to different organs or systems of the body. And then we have what is called rolfing, which is a form of deep tissue massage as a way to deeply manipulate and reorganize connective tissue and fascia, which in turn improves movement, posture, reduces stress, and create an overall sense of well-being. And then we have massage, which is the rubbing and kneading of muscles and joints of the body with the hands to relieve tension or pain. And then we have mind-body therapies, and these therapies strengthen the communication between your mind and body. Complementary and alternative practitioners say these two systems must be in harmony. So now, examples of mind-body therapies include meditation. Oops, did I go too far? Meditation, which is a practice in which an individual trains the mind or induces a mode of consciousness. It is a state of deep peace that occurs when the mind is calm and silent. And then we have prayer, which is a solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship. And then we have relaxation, which is a process that decreases the effects of stress on your mind and your body. And then we have art therapy, which is used to massage one's inner self in a way that may provide the individual with a deeper understanding of him or herself by encouraging people to express and understand emotions through the creative process. And then we have biofeedback, which is a mind-body technique that helps teach patients how to influence their autonomic nervous system, the part of the body that controls involuntary physical functions such as blood pressure, heart rate, muscle tension, and brainwave frequency. And then there are energetic therapies. These therapies are believed to be an invisible force that flows through your body, and then when this energy flow is blocked or unbalanced, you can become sick. Different traditions call this energy by different names such as chi, prana, and life force. The goal of these therapies is to unblock or rebalance your energy force. The energy therapies include therapeutic touch, which is a kind of healing that uses a practice called laying on of hands to correct or balance energy fields. Despite the use of the word touch, the hands usually hover over the body but do not physically touch it. And then we have what's called Qigong, which is an ancient Chinese healthcare system that integrates physical postures, breathing techniques, and focused intention. And then we have what is called Reiki therapy. The word Reiki comes from two Japanese words put together called Ri, which means higher power of wisdom of God, and Ki, which means life force energy. Put them together and you have spiritually guided life force energy. It is a system of still touch, not massage. When applied to the body, starts a process of relaxation that leads to balance. Reiki varies on the person, but usually feels like a warm or cold vacuum effect in the hands when the body is feeling depleted. People usually feel a warmth at the end of the session, and the body usually feels very heavy and calm, and people usually fall into an altered state of consciousness or deep relaxation. And then we have the typical acupuncture. Involves the insertion of extremely thin needles through your skin at strategic points on your body that boost your body's natural painkillers. And the next one is magnet therapy, which uses moving magnets that creates energy waves that change the way your body copes with pain. And lastly, we have biological-based therapies, which include dietary supplements, which are used to provide nutrients that may otherwise not be consumed in sufficient quantities. These supplements include vitamins, minerals, fiber, and amino acids. And then we also have our herbal remedies, is the oldest known form of healthcare, which uses plants and plant extracts to treat disease and promote wellness. And then we have what is called orthomolecular medicine, which uses the combinations of high-dose vitamins, minerals, and amino acids normally found in the body to treat specific conditions. And then we have hydrotherapy. It's when it makes use of the body's reaction to hot and cold stimuli, to protracted application of heat, to the pressure exerted by the water itself. Nerves carry what is felt by the skin deep into the body, where it is then vital in stimulating the immune system, influencing the production of stress hormones, and improving circulation and digestion, and encouraging the flow of blood and lessening the body's sensitivity to pain. And then we have what is called chelation therapy. It's a chemical process in which a synthetic solution is injected into the bloodstream to remove heavy metals or minerals from the body. And let's see, nursing care for those with life-limiting illnesses has long embraced the individual as a whole, encompassing the physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual dimensions of care. Therefore, hospice nursing is a natural fit for the use of complementary and alternative therapies. Some of these common therapies used by nurses include, but not limited to, acupuncture, aromatherapy, biofeedback, guided imagery, healing presence, humor, journaling, music therapy, meditation, relaxation, therapeutic touch, and energy fields. When complementary and alternative therapies is used in nursing and integrated into patient care, it should be documented within the scope of professional nursing practice, and the action becomes an identified nursing intervention plan to address a nursing problem or concern. There was a study done on 2 Ontario hospitals that integrated a complementary and alternative pilot program into their end-of-life care nursing approach. And according to the study, relatives appear grateful for the holistic care and special atmosphere created in which their loved ones received professional treatment, emotional support, and were cared for with a human attitude. The 4 complementary modalities that were used was massage, aromatherapy, Reiki therapy, and therapeutic touch. The results of the evaluation were significant, and together with the positive feedback from the patients, the families, and the staff, they decided to provide permanent funding for these therapies to be used in the end-of-life patient care to better satisfy patients and families during the last few months of life. Okay, I'm sorry. At the end of this presentation, I hope to have identified different types of complementary and alternative therapies to improve your knowledge and the usefulness of them so that you may be able to implement these into your nursing practice. And then I just have a quick Jeopardy game. It's really, it's a no-brainer. It's just, I was gonna ask you guys these questions real quick. I'll run through them. I won't take a lot of your time. And if you don't know the answers, don't worry about it. Okay, so under category 1, which category 1, $100 for body therapies. A therapy, let's see, where am I at? A therapy that softens contracted or tight muscles. So you would just check which one you think is the answer for that. All right, and the answer is going to be massage therapy. You get $100.
$100 for everyone.
She have Monopoly money.
And the next one is going to be under category 1, body therapies for $200, a kind of therapy that uses spinal manipulation to improve musculoskeletal pain. And the answer is chiropractic therapy. And the next one is going to be under category 1, body therapies for $300, a hands-on treatment that attempts to improve joint range of motion. And the answer is osteopathic manipulation. And the next question is, category 1, body therapies for $400, where manual pressure is applied to specific areas of the foot. Yes. And the next question is, under category 1, body therapies for $500, deep tissue massage named after Dr. Ida P. Roth. What is Rothing? And the next one is the practice of deep concentration of the mind. And the answer is, of course, meditation. And the next one is a solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship. That's pretty much an easy one. What is prayer? And then the next one is a behavioral therapy used to relieve psychological stress and fatigue. And the answer is going to be relaxation. And the next one is encourages people to express and understand emotions through artistic expression. The answer is, what is art therapy? And the next one is a mind-body technique that helps teach patients how to influence the autonomic nervous system. And the answer is biofeedback. And the next question is a kind of healing that uses a practice called laying on of hands to correct or balance energy fields. And the answer is, what is therapeutic touch? And the next question is energetic therapies for 200, hands-on body healing in which a practitioner places hands lightly on or over a patient's body to facilitate the process of healing. What is Reiki therapy? And the next question is energetic therapies for 300, ancient Chinese healthcare system that integrates physical postures, breathing techniques, and focused intention. And the answer is, what is Qigong? And the next question is, involves the insertion of needles through your skin at strategic points on your body. What is acupuncture? And the next one is, uses static unmoving magnets to alleviate pain. And what is magnet therapy? And then the next question is, specialized dietary regimens to treat or prevent a specific disease. And the answer is, what is diet therapy? And the next question is, use of plants and plant extracts to treat disease and promote wellness. And what is herbal medicine? And supplementing the diet with high doses of combos of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and amino acids. And the answer is, what is orthomolecular medicine? And then the next one is, involves IV injections of an acid to remove heavy metals from the blood. The answer is, what is chelation therapy? And last question, biological therapies for 500, the use of water to treat a disease or to maintain health. And the answer is, what is hydrotherapy? And that is the end of our game show. I hope you enjoyed it and wasn't too long, and thank you for playing along.
Thank you.
I just have a few questions for you guys just to get your feedback. Do you believe that there is a value to using these types of complementary and alternative therapies in an end-of-life care?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. What do you perceive as the barriers to using these types of therapies?
Society's perception of whether or not it's going to be useful.
True, yeah. And then plus insurance doesn't, Medicare
Right,
doesn't pay
right,
for,
right.
like, if you had a practitioner come.
Right.
And would anyone like to share their personal experience with complementary and alternative therapies that you've used in the past, whether they are beneficial or non-beneficial, or even if you ever used them?
You know,
Go ahead.
the one where you had where they were laying the hands over the. I've actually done that.
Have you?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and you can actually feel the rolling going
Really?
through your body. It's like your body feels like you're laying on top of water and it's just moving.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the Reiki therapy? Was it
Not on the
It's,
head, the body.
The body. Oh, yeah. That's so interesting because I read a lot about that and I was like
And
really
it
interested in
it really works.
that. Oh, wow.
It
That's neat.
and so does Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
How many sessions did you have to attend, you know, or did
Before
you
I felt-
immediately?
Oh, immediately.
Okay.
It was the
Really?
very first one, and that it
Okay.
freaked me out.
Mhm.
You're supposed to stay with your eyes closed, and I was so uptight that I couldn't do it.
Mhm.
I mean, and every
Wow.
time, but after a while, you start
That's
going
neat.
through it, and part of it was a type of yoga.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't hot. It was a different type of yoga,
Mhm.
and I couldn't walk.
Wow. That's
I
you're
couldn't
just so
walk,
relaxed.
and since
That's
that
interesting.
time, and then the meditation, and that helped you do the meditation, where I could actually just completely go down
Yeah.
and not hear anything around me.
Really?
Just that little bell that goes off. Ding.
How long
and,
does it take you to get into that state? Do they, or is it like a,
About 6 months.
wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right, and
I'm
last
sorry, you were
question?
saying.
Oh, I
the
was
introduction.
just going to say, actually, I'm a Reiki practitioner.
Are you? Oh my
So,
gosh, that's so
I
cool.
know. That it works, because before I went into learning the skill set, I was like, you know, I need to,
Mhm.
have it happen, and it really is, it's all that in a bag of chips. It's very cool. You can feel the heat.
Wow.
You go into the same sense of relaxation,
Mhm.
and when it's over, you kind of walk around like you're in this euphoria.
Yeah,
It's a really, it's like this,
that's it.
it's like this
Like a
mental
sense of well-being
cleansing.
or
Yes.
something?
Yeah,
Like it just-
it's a euphoria. That's
It
what it
is.
is. You're in a very happy
Tranquil.
state.
Tranquil state, yes.
You're in a very happy state.
Yeah.
So you think that would work with somebody like that was in a lot of pain, like someone that was dying, or do you think you could get
I've-
them in that state? Or
Actually, I've used it
have you?
in the
That's so
past
cool.
with some of my patients when I was
That's
in
really neat.
Ohio.
Wow. See, I learned something. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So my last question is, how would you integrate complementary and alternative therapies into your nursing practice? I guess you would just, I don't know, how would you just present
Well,
it to the patient, or?
In my experience, and I'm not a nurse, I'm a social
Mhm.
worker,
Mhm.
but even at bedside, just the sense of touch itself is
Very
healing.
therapeutic.
And as a Reiki practitioner, I've been able to put that energy out
Mm-hmm.
while just, being with my patients. Like I said, I've observed it.
Mhm.
I mean, that you'll see the patient's body just
Just
kind of melt.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's pretty neat.
that's,
Yeah, and I would say too, with some of the therapies, it depends on the patient's ability. So if it's a patient who really is homebound, bedbound,
Mhm.
then we'd have to find a therapist that
Mhm.
is willing to do a home
To do a home
type
bound.
of visit. So
Mhm.
it would be, those things that we'd look at as well.
And you probably have some volunteers like that might, do
We
that
we've
as well,
in
which
the
is
past had a volunteer that did
that's neat.
massage therapy, and she would do it, go to the homes to do it. So
Oh, wow, that's neat. All right. Well, does anybody have any questions?
great presentation.
Well,
Yes,
thank you.
it was.
Thank you for your
Yes.
time and listening to my presentation. Thank you, Ms. Deidre, for
Oh,
letting me
you're welcome.
tag along with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate
It's been a pleasure having you
All
with
right.
us.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Money?
I know, right? Big money,
You
big
gotta pay
money.
your cameraman first.
Yeah.
Woman, so-
Yeah.
This is my daughter, y'all, by the way.
Okay.
Hi.
She's a nurse as well. She'll be doing this soon too.
Okay.
I got a little
okay,
Starbucks,
great.
not much, just a couple dollars on there for
Oh,
you guys.
thank you.
Yeah, Starbucks makes the day
You
brighter.
have to do that.
Oh, look at you.
Thank you.
Oh,
So
look
much.
at you.
You get one too?
You get paid. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So what class are you in now? I mean, as far as